Hayes, Entertainment exclusive.
Brian Hayes and Big Mike are taking over the podcast scene in Vancouver. Get down or lay down. Lay down.
The number one sports podcast in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Sourdif cutting to the slot, scores! Wow. He can shoot the puck, can he? Right out of nowhere, seemingly off the rush. A little tic-tac-toe passing play, and Sourdif's got his third point of the period. Longo, his wrister fluttered through, and Ivanov had to make a challenging save. Longo to the front of the net. Roman cutting through a couple of checks, just ran out of room. Kanik Leaper to low shot, save at the side, they score! What a shift for Justin Sourdif. And the puck bounced to him at the side of the net, and he's got 20. And the Giants have a 2-1 lead.
The second behind to react to what's in front of him. I think every
stolen now by Sourdif, cuts in, Nielsen scores! Just like that, Bentham got his pocket picked by Sourdif, and Nielsen wired it. We're tied 1-1. Back, though, in the slot. He'll wait. He'll dish to the left wing. And now reversing with it. Justin Sourdif. His shot scores! That's goals in 3 straight for Justin Sourdif. And that was a snipe indeed. 3-1, the Vancouver Giants. At the point, Florchuk going to spin away, weaving through a check from his knees. Still made the pass. Shepard to the slot for Prezuzzo. 6-1. Sourdif, sorry.
There's a lot of work done on this goal by Eric Florchuk. My goodness, how he keeps that puck alive just inside the blue line.
Clever move by Justin Sourdif, and it nearly found it on the wall. Nielsen frees it. Here's Sourdif with room up the right wing, cutting to the middle. What a play. Sourdif, scores!
That's more like Justin Sourdif.
Bar down and in off the rush. What a play. We're tied.
Hello?
Hey, awesome. How's it going, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Good, man. Thanks for taking the time to come out and talk to us today.
Oh, no worries.
Just gonna shoot you with a couple questions here. What's your most vivid first hockey memory?
I would say probably as a young kid playing my first year of spring hockey. It was 3-on-3. I remember I was just waking up and I was just so excited. So that's kind of where it all started.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And obviously it's pretty unique. You're getting drafted by your hometown team and number 3 overall. Can you explain that feeling?
It was pretty surreal. Just kind of being able to get drafted to the hometown team and knowing you're going to have friends and family just kind of come to the game was super exciting.
We're always there.
Yeah. No, it was the best feeling in the world getting that phone call, I guess, in the morning when I was heading to school.
That's awesome. And after leading the BC Major Midget League and scoring and winning Player of the Year, what do you say the biggest adjustments were to the WHL?
I would just say, being focused is the main thing. Coming into midget, the practices were good. I was able to come skate. But Western Hockey League, you got to stretch before practice. You got to go over the practice plan. You got to work on power play, penalty kill, like systems, which, we really didn't have that besides power play and penalty kill in minor hockey. So there's just a lot more that was added on. So I would say that, and obviously just the size difference. Guys are a lot stronger in the Western League, so that was probably a huge difference for me.
Who is your favorite sports hero?
Favorite sports hero. I'm gonna have to say Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Are you
Green
a
Bay
fan?
Pardon? Green Bay fan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a Green Bay fan? Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I'm a Seahawks fan around here.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Most people are.
Yeah.
Who are the two biggest influences in your career?
Biggest differences, you said?
Yeah, influencers.
Oh, influencers. I would say, probably my father. He's just taught me so much, with my development off ice. And obviously listening to him, pointers on the ice, he has helped me a lot, on what I need to do to improve my game and what aspects, I just need to improve on. So I would say my father and also my uncle. He's been super supportive. He'd come to the games. He's always giving me pointers, always sending me emails of different stuff, nutrition wise, just always keeping me up to date. And he's always been there for me as well.
What challenges did you come across getting to where you are?
Oh, lots of challenges, I guess. When I first started hockey, I wasn't the best skater. So it took a lot of work, power skating to improve that. Size wise, I've always been average size, but I've always tried to be, the strongest kid on my team, pound for pound. And I felt that would, help me later on in my career, which it has a little bit. Me not being like 6'2", 200, I'm still able to kind of hold my own.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. The what part of your practice does your teammates make fun?
What part of practice?
Like,
Yeah. What was fun about it?
Yeah, like what do your teammates do in practice that make it fun? I mean, hockey's fun by itself, but what kind of little side things go on during practice?
You know what? I'd have to say probably just like the jokes that are cracked in practice. If guys accidentally take a bad shot, it goes way over the glass. Usually tap their sticks when a guy, goes crashing into the boards, knowing that he's not hurt and he just blew a tire. I would say, every time we'd score on the goalies, guys would be hooting and hollering too. So, the goalies would kind of have challenges against us. They'd make a nice save down at one end, they'd bang their sticks. And if a guy had a nice goal in practice, everybody would bang their sticks. So the battle drills would get pretty competitive too. And when guys would get knocked down, we'd kind of give it to each other too. So.
Are you excited for the draft?
I am. Yeah, no, I'm super excited. As everyone else in the 2020 draft class probably is. Guys, I guess probably aren't. They don't know, I guess, when the draft's going to be, so they kind of just have that going through their mind. We're doing Zoom interviews. There's no combine, so there's a lot of different things, I guess, to factor in. But overall, I think everyone's still excited. I know I am. So just kind of waiting for that day.
Trying to stay in shape.
Yeah, no, definitely.
How does that work if the gyms were closed for so long? Did you buy weights at home? You got all that stuff?
Yeah, no, I was fortunate enough to be able to work out at home. I was still able to shoot pucks and go on my rollerblades. So I was able to skate and shoot at the same time. And I guess conditioning and, weight-wise, I was still able to train when this whole COVID thing happened.
Awesome. And why do you wear jersey number 42? And where did you get the Swords nickname from? And who started it?
Probably his last name.
I kind of came up with that nickname on my own. I thought it was quick and easy. So coaches in the past, they've asked me, what's your nickname for Hockey Canada? What's your nickname? So I'd always just say Swords, and it's kind of stuck. The reason why, I guess 42, I was given that number because I was a rookie. There wasn't much to choose from, and I was born on March 24th. So I don't know, 42 is just the opposite, I guess. So I thought that was a decent number to have. If I get the opportunity maybe to get a different number, I might switch, but I'm cool with 42 for now.
That's awesome.
Who's you're saying about your coaches there? Who's your favorite coach you ever had?
That's a tough one. I've had all my coaches have been pretty good.
How about top three? Go top three.
Top three. I would say probably my minor hockey league coach, and spring hockey. His name's James Bursick. He was a great coach for me. He was the reason why I loved hockey so much, at the beginning. Another one was probably my midget coach, Rob Evers. He was a really good coach for me. One of the reasons why I had a good year there with Valley West, and obviously my current coaches, Michael Dick and Jamie Hayward. They've done a lot for me with development wise, and just kind of helping me transition into the league.
You just actually heard that Michael Dick was a great coach as well, right before you. Okay.
Yeah, we had interviewed Zach Stringer before you, and he was telling us Mike Dick was a great coach.
Yeah, no, he definitely knows what he's doing. Especially when I was 16, he's one of the biggest reasons why we went all the way to the finals. Obviously, with his systems and the way he runs things. If you look at our roster, we were a good team, but not super talented, I guess, compared to Prince Albert or Spokane or other teams. And it was our goaltending and everybody playing their role, and obviously his systems helped us get to where we were.
For sure. What are your two biggest accomplishments so far in your career?
I would say winning the scoring title for the BCMML. That was pretty huge for me. I was excited about that, and then making the Halenka team, I was obviously really happy about as well. It was a great team to be on, and it was a pretty fun experience.
And what do you think? What do you think of playing in the Kubota Top NHL Prospects game?
That was fun as well. Obviously, looking back on it, it was a great experience. Just kind of getting to meet everyone, and just going through the training session that was there. Just kind of seeing where you're at, the on ice testing. Obviously, it being on live television and playing against the players that you featured top 3 picks, and playing with and against them. It was just a great event that was put on, and I was excited to be a part of it.
That's awesome.
Is there a team that you would love to go to more than any other team?
I haven't really thought about it. I'm a big Capitals fan.
Okay.
It would be pretty cool to go there, but obviously, I'll go to any team in the National Hockey League because it's the best league in the world. So any team that's willing to take you, obviously you're gonna work your butt off to kind of get to that point and have a spot on the roster, make an impact for that organization. So
what type of player do you describe yourself, and or who do you mirror your game after?
I would say I'm a 200-foot center or winger. I kind of try and take an immense amount of pride in my plus minus. I've always, tried to carry that with me through my career. At any age, I don't like getting scored on at all. So I tried to make that transition to the Western Hockey League. I've done a decent job, I guess, of it so far. And so that's why I consider myself a 200-foot player. I would also say, I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, TJ Oshie's probably my favorite player for sure. And just watching him, he's able to, play physical when he needs to, even though he's not the biggest guy. He plays power play, penalty kill. He does everything. And he's super skilled shootout guy. So you can see his skill kind of come out in that aspect. But other than that, he makes the little plays that some guys might not notice that helps the team win.
For sure. Who's your favorite teammate of all time?
Oof, that's a tough one. A lot of guys are gonna hate me for not picking them.
Okay, go. Yeah, no, actually put you on the spot. We'll give you top 5 this time.
Okay, top 5.
Sure.
Let's see. I won't put it in order, but just like five guys that I
Sure.
think are pretty great. Um, Obviously, Tanner Brown, playing on the Giants with him, especially because we live right down the street from each other. He's a great teammate, good guy to hang out with. Bowen Byram, he's kind of the life of the room, always cracking jokes.
Yeah.
Super funny guy to be around. Lucas Fikowski was another one, just because we came into the league together. He was pretty awesome. Obviously ended up getting traded to MedHat, but we still have a pretty good relationship. Always talk and then hang out usually in the summer.
Awesome.
I would say, pardon?
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say David Tendek is another one.
Yep.
Because he was my billet brother for 2 years, so we had a pretty close relationship there. He was a great mentor for me and just a pretty laid back guy to billet with. And, he was awesome to be around. Another one, he's, a childhood friend that I used to play with. His name's Zach Samsovich. He's a great kid. He's, probably my best friend. And I still talk to him, obviously, to this day. We hang out, obviously with the COVID thing, not as much right now, but, he's a great kid. And, we have a pretty close relationship there as well.
Would you say Bowen Byram is that one guy in the dressing room that gets the whole team going?
He definitely does. Yeah. No, he's probably number one on a lot of guys' lists for funniest, teammates I've ever played with. So.
I was pretty pumped to see him go number 4 in the draft last year. I wanted the Canucks to trade up to get him, but
yeah, no, I know. They picked 10, and I knew he wasn't going 10, so.
No, he wasn't making it out of 5, I don't think.
Yeah.
I was at one of your games this year. I seen you when you were walking in, right? And you ended up putting up a hat trick while I was there that night.
Oh, against Calgary. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So out of curiosity, how do you feel when fans recognize you and ask you for an autograph? Is it like a nuisance or do you enjoy it?
I do enjoy it. Every time a fan obviously takes an interest in you, it's a good feeling to have. And, taking a couple minutes to sign autographs or anything like that for them and making their day, it makes me happy as a person to be able to do that for them, especially when they come to the games and, they really take an interest in you as a player.
That's awesome. What's your favorite type of music, and do you got a favorite song at the moment?
I'm people might laugh, but I really like a variety of music. My girlfriend kind of listens to country.
Nice.
Guys in the room
Me
listen.
too.
Guys in the room will play country sometimes. So I do like country. I obviously like my hip hop. It's a good genre there, and because driving with my dad sometimes, he doesn't like listening to hip hop, so I usually end up playing old rock. So whether it's like Rolling Stones or Led Zeppelin, David Tendek's a huge old rock guy too, so he loves Pink Floyd. So I've just been listening to old rock too, and I really enjoy that as well.
What's your favorite song to listen to prior to going out on the ice?
You know what? There's so many good songs. I'll try and think of one off the top of my head.
Hey, how about top 3?
Top 3? I would say Stairway to Heaven is a good one. Listening to my AirPods when I go to the rink. Kind of picks up, but I really like that.
Alrighty. Do you have a favorite sports girl? I cut you off there.
Oh, you know what? I can't think of any other songs at the moment right now, so I'll answer the next question though.
Okay. Your favorite sports quote?
Favorite sports quote. It's a classic. Legs feed the wolf. So you
Yeah.
always have to be in the best shape, if you want to eat and you want to survive. I really like that one.
But I don't know where that is.
What would you be doing if you weren't playing hockey? And did you play any other sports?
Growing up, I played baseball. My dad was a coach of the team. It was a bit too slow for me though, especially having a lot of energy as a kid. I played football for a very short period of time. Didn't like that very much. I played basketball in the summer with my cousin a lot. I played in the league 2 years in a row. I played lacrosse as well. Lacrosse was really fun. And if I wasn't playing hockey, I don't know, I'd probably be gaming, to be honest. But as another career, I've always wanted to be like a Formula One driver. I always took a huge interest in that, and as a realistic career, fireman probably.
There's a lot of former hockey players and sports players go into that line of work. It's a way to stay physical still.
Oh yeah, no, it's for sure. And I think one of the reasons why is because as a fireman, you're with them all the time. You stay at the fire hall, and so it kind of has that team mentality where you guys are always doing stuff together, and that kind of translate from hockey. So it's a great way to kind of just keep that tight ship.
They eat pretty well over there too.
Oh.
Is there a couple players that you hate playing against? A couple D guys that are shut down guys, or?
You know what? On the forward check, I really hated playing against Ty Smith on Spokane, just because he'd make me look dumb when I go and try and maybe hit him or try and check him. He'd just spin right off of me. In practice, obviously playing against Alex Kennick-Liepert and Bo. It was pretty tough to go against. They play you pretty hard. I would say another player on other teams. I'd probably have to say, playing against Zane Franklin was pretty tough when we played Kamloops. He's knocked me down a couple times. He likes to get in your face, so it was always nice competing against him. We've had pretty good battles this past season against Kamloops, so he's another tough player to play against.
What's your favorite place to play? Like, maybe at home, but like, when you go to the stadium wise, like atmosphere wise, what's the favorite place to go on the road?
Probably Friday night in Portland. Play at the Moda Center or the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. They get quite a few fans down there, and especially the Moda Center. It's a beautiful rink because it's where the arena, it's where the Trailblazers play. Their dressing rooms are pretty nice. Everything's really high up because of all the basketball players.
Yeah.
Showers are like 14 feet up against the wall. It's pretty ridiculous, but no, it's always fun to play there, especially on a Friday night.
You got any close relatives or family that play professional sports?
You know what? Not really. I would say, the closest to professional sports was probably my cousin, or my second cousin, my mother's cousin, name's Yvonne Mensa. She was hurdles. I'm not sure if it was 200-meter hurdles or whatever it was, but she was on the Olympic team. She qualified. I think the Olympics were the following year though, because they qualified like a year or two before, or whatever it is, something like that. But she ended up hurting her shin, so she wasn't able to compete. But no, she did qualify, and she's a tremendous athlete. And the funny thing is I always thought I could beat her in a race, even when I was 14. And I remember racing her, and she would just kind of look back. She'd take about 4 strides, and I'm sprinting full speed. She's jogging. in front of me.
Seeing that you're a Green Bay fan there, do you think Aaron Rodgers is really that much better than Tom Brady? I like Aaron Rodgers better than Tom Brady because I hate the Patriots. But
You know what? I think they're both tremendous quarterbacks. I want to give the benefit of the doubt, obviously, a bit biased because I'm a Green Bay fan, to Aaron Rodgers because he's able to run the ball better than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And I think he throws just as well. When you look at all of his Hail Marys and how clutch he is in the playoffs, they ended up winning. I believe it was 2010 they won the Super Bowl. So that was pretty cool to see them winning the Super Bowl, and then obviously Canada winning gold at the Olympics. That was a pretty cool month. I think I was around 7, turning 8. So I still remember that to this day.
you play fantasy football?
Pardon?
You play fantasy football?
No, our team did. I never got into fantasy football. I didn't want to lose any money. But they did bet. They played, they bet on the Super Bowl. They did participate, I guess, in, fantasy football. They had their NHL fantasy league. And next year I probably will partake in that, just because I'll know, I guess a bit more about what's going on during the seasons. I'll follow it a little more closely.
Who would you say is the heaviest into the fantasy football and fantasy hockey?
When I was 16, it was probably Davis Kosh. He just knew everything about NFL. I don't know how, but he smoked everyone. He knew who were the best running backs to, have, and wide receivers, like cornerbacks, safeties, like everything. I think, a couple cornerbacks that he had picked ended up having like 3 picks for touchdowns in that season. So he just smoked everyone.
Would you say we got 3 people here: LeBron, Jordan, or Kobe? Who would you take? Who's your favorite first, and then who's a better player? Who's the greatest?
I like LeBron better, but I'll have to give it to Michael, especially after watching the Last Dance documentary.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Did you watch a lot of that? You obviously seen the whole thing.
Yeah, I've seen the whole thing, and I hadn't realized that they did 2 3-peats. I thought it was more broken up than that, especially him playing baseball and then coming back and winning another 3. I'd have to say he's the greatest basketball player of all time. Out of those 3, it's probably LeBron's my favorite, and I also kind of want to throw Larry Bird in there. He was also just an amazing player.
Yeah, I got a Larry Bird jersey hanging in the closet.
Yeah, no, he's something special to watch when he was playing as well.
Too bad you guys couldn't play the whole season out. You guys were just starting to gel there at the end, and you were obviously having a career year in goals and assists and putting up big numbers. Would have been nice to see where you guys would go.
Yeah, no, it was. I think we would have done really well in the playoffs. Goaltending, D, forwards, everything was rolling. So, it was pretty disappointing end of the season, but it was like that across the CHL. So, obviously, it's pretty unfair what happened to the 20-year-olds. But there's nothing you can do about that. So that was tough to see. And I guess what we can do is kind of win next year for them.
Yeah. Exactly. We were just hoping we would have been able to go to Kelowna and watch you guys win a Memorial Cup, but that ain't going to happen. So it is what it is, I guess.
We wanted a playoff run.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're going to wrap it up here, bud. Thank you so much for coming out today. We really appreciate it, and we wish you best of luck, man, in your career. We know you're going to go far, and we're huge fans of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
And good luck in that draft if we don't talk to you soon.
No worries. Thanks for having me on.
Hey,
Thanks, George. Appreciate it, bud.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
You too.